Hey guys, how are you? So today I had to work at the office, and I think would be a nice occasion to talk about how I got this job. Because I live in the Netherlands, so I'm Brazilian. I live here in the Netherlands, and as you can hear by my Brazilian accent, and I work in a call center. And so I'd like to share how I came to work as a person who stutter in a call center. So basically, I have to tell first how I came here in the Netherlands. So I came here to work in an Esperanto organization, and if you don't know what Esperanto is, you can Google it. But basically, it's an international language that's made to be a neutral language for a neutral communication. So English is biased, right? It belongs to a community, and it always is a foreigner in language. But in Esperanto, you can pretty much feel like you are in your native language. So that's the story. So I came to work here for 1 year in an international organization, and after this period was over, I was done with that job. Actually, I would like to stay longer, but I couldn't because you can only work there for 1 year. And then I wanted to stay here, and then so I started to work in dishwashing. In Dutch, they say, I think, invulling. It's like when you are in the supermarket and you have to put things back to the shelves, like repository, something like this. So I had to do this, and then I had to move to a new house. I was living with a friend. He was working from home. He worked in the call center, and then I thought, well, it would be interesting, but I wasn't ready for that yet. And then I started working in Crocs. So this job, Crocs, like the shoes company, it was like in a big pavilion, a big space where I had to. I think the name was order picking. So pretty heavy job, very physical, but also people there weren't the kindest. So my personal interactions there wasn't so stimulating, and this job wasn't being good for me. I was there 1 month already. I was feeling really bad. The working hours also was not excellent. So I thought I could try something different. So for a low qualified job, call center would be nice. I'm a biologist, but here I'm nothing. So I had to go for this kind of job. I said, yeah, okay, call center. I don't know, and people who stutter, we has this fascination with things related to language. You can see many people who stutter, they like this language related stuff. I have many friends who are into teaching, many friends too much, but I've met people, we fantasize about speech and stuff. I can talk about this in another video. But then, call center seemed very interesting for me. And then, this friend was telling me I should apply, I should try, and then I decided I should apply one day. In the Netherlands, I'll tell another story. One day I met a guy, and then I was about to leave his home, and then his phone rang, and then he was Dutch. My Dutch was pretty bad, but I could understand more or less what was going on. And then he reserved a ticket, like a train ticket, and the guy over in the line, he stutters. He stuttered. It was all in Dutch, but I could hear his stuttering, and it was a normal stutter. It was not too mild. No, you could hear it pretty clearly. And then I told the guy at the end, "Oh, this guy over the phone, did he stutter?" And he said, "Yes, he stutters." I said, "Oh," and he works like with sales or the train department related to the phone. And then also I started also, in the Netherlands, there's someone very famous. She's called Miss Montreal, and she's very famous here, and she openly stutters. So the Dutch society, I would say, is pretty open to this. And this friend of mine, he told me, "Renato, you should apply." And then I said, "Yes, I should apply." And then going back to my old job, it was so bad for me. I was feeling so unhappy there that I took the courage to apply. And then, yes, I applied. and I got the position, the job, and it was very challenging to be here to do calls in English. You know, my English is not perfect, but still, all these discussions I have about your speech should not be perfect. So I said, if even my native speech in Portuguese is not standard, not in this fluent standard. So I said, yeah, well, my English maybe my English is not native. I have problems, but it's up to them to judge me if they wanted me or not. And then I applied. So the calls are in English and in French. Also, I was even more insecure about my French, but I said, well, as long as they can understand me. And in Brazil, also, there's something. I had this idea of a very clear speech, very that follows this protocol, clear, and I don't know, effective. So I had this misconception about how someone in a call center should speak. But then, if I have this discussion of diversity in speech, how we need to represent all kind of voices, so I said, I shouldn't be the one who is going to barrier me, who is going to prevent me from applying. If they don't like me, they're going to tell me, but I have to, I know, I have to do the first step, and then if things doesn't happen, but still I tried and I didn't cut it from the start. So that's what I did, and everything went wrong. It went good. It went wrong in the sense that my old misconceptions were not right, and I got the job. I worked here for more than 1 year already. I had people here very nice. I could travel a bit because even in the calls, because sometimes I can work remotely. So everything was very, very nice, and I would tell that was really worth taking the risk. Sometimes they already said, "Oh, Renato," like in the beginning, someone kind of mentioned it, but in a very subtle way. But also, I didn't put a heavy, no, a heavy weight on this. I just took this naturally, and everything went fine. And today, I'm here. So that's why it's very important. I think living, doing what you believe. Like all these discussions were very important for me to be here today. And yes, otherwise I wouldn't even be comfortable with my foreign language skills. So basically the message is we really have to get rid of this idea of this fluocentric speech, idea of perfection in speech. It just doesn't exist. And this job shows me this because I think I do my job well. I do my best to do it well. And I think, yes, you know, for some time, at some moments, I was taking more than 50% of the English calls. No, sorry, of the French calls, of the French-speaking calls, and also from the Nordic countries. These calls are in English, and things just went fine, you know. And yeah, you know, Belgian people sometimes they think I'm from the Dutch-speaking part. French people sometimes they don't like too much. I'm not native sometimes, but 95% are okay. And you have to also understand some people are not ready, or they want to talk with native speakers. Yeah, but in the end, my overall experience is very good. So that's why so the idea here of this video also, I want to say that you have to go for what you believe. And yeah, so that's it. I'm already starting to repeat myself. So thank you very much for watching. And I decided to make this video today. I'm on site. I slept only 4 hours tonight, this night. But since the sky is so blue and the weather is so nice, so this in the Netherlands is so rare. Oh, you know, even if you slept only 4 hours as I did today, you feel happy. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know if you have any comment or any similar experiences. It's always nice reading from you.